Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you a 2017 Fiat 124 Spider Abarth. Trying to say it like the Italians there. This is an amazing car, only 6,000 original miles. Let's just do a little walk around here while we talk about the car. But this car is a 6-speed manual transmission. This car is pretty much every available option. It's got the Brembo brakes, got the full-blown entertainment system with navigation, Bose with the subwoofer built in. It has the Recaro seat option. It has limited slip, I think standard on the car. What's really cool is it has this heritage stripe. I'll talk about it here when I come around to the front, but it was a $2,000 option, and it was a hand-painted stripe from the factory, and it's really cool. It throws back to their heritage and their rally racing when they did that on their rally car for, to keep the sun out of the driver's eyes. Just adds such an incredible touch to the car. These things are so cool. 165 horsepower, 184 foot-pounds of torque. Car that only weighs about 2,400 pounds, so it is absolutely a little rocket ship. Let's zoom in on this car here and see if we can find any imperfections. All right, starting up at the front corner here. The car is pretty much immaculate. I mean, I'm sure there might be a small chip here or there, but I'm not really seeing anything at all. Let's get down kind of low here so you can kind of see the valance. Has this really cool red accent stripe on the splitter. Coming across the front grille, a little bug there, but the car, for all intents and purposes, is nearly flawless. Headlights are perfect. One teeny little bitty nick right there. That's just a bug. I drove this car back from St. Louis. It was a trade-in at a franchise Toyota new car dealer, and they traded it in on a brand new Supra. This car has obviously been super pampered. It's a 2-owner car, originated out of Texas, 0 accidents, and I've got the original build sheet on the vehicle. This car with options was almost $38,000. Like I said, this car has every option except for the automatic, which you don't want. Not sure if that's oh no, that came right off. Just a little bug debris. I actually drove this car back from St. Louis, and it just was an absolute joy to drive. Sound system is incredible. Everything, ergonomics of the car is fantastic. These are the original tires. They only got 6,000 miles on them. Looking down the side here, pretty much flawless. Caps there are nice. No flaws on the windshield. Looks like I got a couple of stickers to remove on it. Coming around the back quarter, there's really no imperfections on the wheels. Like I said, original tires, so they're going to be 2017 date code. Look at that stripe on that. It's so cool. I mean, the look of this car, just the whole scheme of it, with this Grigio Argento paint, which they call aluminum, and the heritage stripe with the accents. Just one of the, I mean, when I saw this car, honestly, I just had to have it because I had to buy it to drive it and experience it. I do that a lot of times on these cars. I'll buy one because I want to drive it. Tail lights. bumpers, got the parking sensors, has the backup camera. Like I said, in the picture gallery, I'll put a photo of the build sheet, which will show everything about the car. Won't go into everything here. Wheels are pretty much, I mean, the whole car is basically a brand new car. Looking down the side, excuse me. Just don't see any flaws or imperfections on the car. There's one teeny little nick on the front bumper that I highlighted, but that was it. Brembo brake option, that was $2,000 for the Brembo brakes. All right, let's swing around here and take a peek on the inside. Got the keyless, you just push your thumb on the door handle button and the car unlocks. Door panel is flawless. I love the aluminum trim, it's just beautiful there. You'll see it when we got pictures of the top up, but the windows do have a slight tint to the window. You can see it in that little quarter window right there. There's a picture of the VIN tag. All right, let's take a look here. Top is perfect. I'll flip the top up here in a minute once I get the interior done, but really cool bows, and then it actually has speakers in the headrests. So like your voice activated phone, like so your phone calls and everything, it's really cool. You can actually hear really well with this car. Like when you're talking on the phone, surprisingly, more so than some of my luxury sedans. I mean, there's not even any wear on the piping. Pretty amazing. Here's the Recaro. This was an optional seat. The factory floor mats, little aluminum pedals. It's got this really cool, these cup holders right here, and they're cool because you can pop them out and you can interchange them in different places. So that's kind of a really neat feature there. And so what they actually have in there right now is they actually have a phone holder, because the cup holder also goes there, but they put a phone holder right there. So then it all articulates and moves around. Here's the glove box, essentially. It's just behind you on this car. Take a look at the interior. I'll do the right side here. Door panels, immaculate. Seat is flawless. Dash, look at the red piping in the dash, soft touch. It's funny, this car is based off of the Mazda Miata, and it's kind of funny they call it a Fiat. Kind of a little neat little play on words there, but I just love what Fiat has done with this car. I think the styling is just out of this world. Let's go ahead and fire it up here. Our current miles are 6267 on the mileage. Here, running there. Here's our deal here. Got XM radio that's still active on the XM radio. There is your navigation, and there is your backup camera. And then it's got automatic climate controls. It does have the heated seats, and the ever crucial 6-speed manual transmission, and it has the sport mode, and a nice little cubby hole here to keep your little lens cloth or whatnot. Just no flaws whatsoever in the car. Take a look under the hood real quick. This is a 1.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder Fiat multi-air. Like I said, bone stock here under the hood, no modifications. This car is pretty much as it left the factory. Hood pad is perfect there. Badge here if you want any of it. Absolutely flawless. I'll go around and show you the trunk here. These things actually have they have more room in the trunk than a Miata. Really neat trunk. Got your little Abarth emblem on the trunk. This car has a factory car cover. Check it out with the big Abarth on there. Super cool. Very big trunk. There's the spare tire kit. And these actually have a very deep well. And so it actually stores quite a bit of stuff. Here we got our factory manuals, our front license plate, and looks like they changed to a little short stubby antenna, and the original factory one is in the trunk. So there's the kind of the walk around and overview. Let's jump in this little beast and fire it up and take it for a spin and see how she drives. All right, wanted to just give you a quick little walk around on the car with the top up and give you, actually the car looks just as good with the top up. Look how the hood line integrates with the line at the top. I mean, it just flows. Absolutely stunning. And this car really looks good with the top up. I mean, it kind of, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of an S2000 a little bit in the shape. I'll just do a walk around and then I'll show you some close-ups of the top. We have a glass back window. The top operation too is absolutely phenomenal. Here, let's hear it running here. The Abarths always have such a cool sound to them. And I'll do a close-up of the top too once I do the walk around here. So that's kind of what she looks like with the top up. Let's show you the top there. A little bit of dust on it, but pretty much immaculate. Little when it folds back over itself, little rub mark there. I think that's pretty much be the case. And you can see the tint on the windows, not too dark, but just enough to help keep the sun off of you when it's hot out. This car actually has like a sound insulated top too, so it's surprisingly quiet going down the highway 80 mile an hour with the top up. And just for the heck of it, I'm going to show you this top operation here. Let's see if I can do it one-handed. That's how easy it is though, actually. All you do, you come in here, you just flip the lever, the windows go back, flip the lever back, and the top goes back and latches right in, and that's it. Manual top, very simple, very easy. Doesn't get any better than that. All right, here we go. We are strapped into the Abarth. Gotta have my hat. I love this hat. I had it when I had the Fiat 500 Abarth and kind of kept it. And actually it just matches this car perfect. Red stitching matches the stitching on the seats, the color. Woo! I'm becoming a little too attached to this car. All right, well, let's go take it around the block to see how it sounds. Hopefully there's not too much wind noise with the top down, but I don't think there will be. Of course, first things first, disable the traction control. This thing's a lot of fun, a lot of torque, you know, with the limited slip and everything. It's a tossable, it's one of the best roadster chassis ever made. Let's roll on here. I'm gonna put it in the sport mode. Actually, the sport mode changes the suspension and the mapping and the timing and everything on it. So let's take it for a spin and see how it drives. Absolutely, just 6,000 miles on this car. So, I mean, there's nothing, no issues with the car. It needs nothing. It's had a fresh oil service, not due again until 10,000 miles. But let's give it some gas and see how it goes. Oh yeah! Woo! Man, I love how these chassis, they're so supple. I mean, like, that's a really bumpy, sorry about the phones moving there a little bit, but the you know, it's really bumpy, and but the chassis just soaks up all the bumps. It's just unbelievable. Got a little sun in our eyes here, but you know, this car is a 6-speed manual. You know, it's just one of the best chassis here. You'll hear the sound. And then we're gonna toss a little corner in here. See how this handles. Woohoo! little slideways action there. But yeah, it's such a tossable car, so easy to catch and correct, and what a fun car to take, like, to a track day or an autocross or something like that. These are just the ultimate roadster. You know what's neat about these cars too, not that you really need it, but you know, Mopar Performance actually makes a lot of factory performance pieces for the car. You can, I think, even get a different exhaust. Even though this is the Abarth, the exhaust is actually fairly quiet for an Abarth. Some of the like the 500 is a little bit louder. That was actually one of the, I don't know if you call it a complaint. I mean, everybody loves the exhaust and sound of this car, but you know, people know how good this engine can sound. But let's give it some gas again. I'll shut up. Yeah, that is so much fun. The transmission, you know, this is a Miata transmission, so you know, it just absolutely works perfect with the car. Tried and true bulletproof trans. What I really love about the car is, you know, you've got all your steering wheel controls, your phone, your infotainment system. Down here you've got the controls for your infotainment system. It's very easy to operate everything in this car. Everything is comfortable, everything is quick access. You know, usually cars like this are somewhat compromised, but this one really is not. I mean, it's just got all the amenities, and it's just a blast. We're gonna hang it right here. Oh man, so much fun. You know, there's lots of stuff online. I mean, you can go and look at lots of in-depth reviews as far as all the specs and all that stuff. I just wanted to give you kind of a ride in this car to kind of show you, you know, how it performs. But you know, obviously, it's you know, essentially a we're losing our mount here. Sorry about that. I mean, it's essentially a brand new car. So, you know, come by, look us up on Facebook, EuroAsianAuto.com, and come by and check it out. Give us a holler at 800-741-8136. EuroAsianAuto.com on the internet. You know, we got our website up there with all our cool cars. And look us up on Facebook, EuroAsian Auto on Facebook. And give us a like and subscribe, and that way you can see all these cool cars as we bring them to the market. And you know, because if you look at our list of cars, you know, you look down there, we get them listed and they sell pretty fast. So don't hesitate. This one is a special car, special package. I'd really like to, if anybody knows exactly, like, you know, how many of this exact spec. I think there's some 2017 only things on this car, like the red splitter and stuff. I'm not 100% sure, but with the heritage stripe and the and fully optioned, it'd be neat to know how many of these cars are out there. I really feel like this is going to be one of those collector cars in the, you know, in the next, you know, 10 years. This is going to be like, you know, they only made these for a few years. They were expensive. Like I said, this car was almost $38,000, and so, you know, they didn't sell a lot of them. And it's in so many ways, it's even, you know, the Miata is a great car, but in so many ways, this is like the Miata that's even taken to the next level, and it's tunable. I mean, there's people getting 220 plus horse just with some tuning on these cars. So you can imagine, it just would be an absolute track monster. So, but yeah, give us a holler, and we do appreciate you riding along. So, as always, happy motoring. Celebrate good times. Come on, let's celebrate. It's celebration in this car. Celebrate the weather, celebrate life, celebrate friends, celebrate family. Enjoy your life.